Hey, hey, welcome or welcome back. It is as always good to see you today. Um, it's Saturday, and hopefully the mic is working. Um, I've been having audio issues a lot with Streamlabs, so let me know if my volume is okay for you. If I need to adjust it, I will. But hello, Mademoiselle Scythe, my wonderful YouTube wife. Thank you so much for being here, as always. Hello, Mars. Good to see you. Yeah, I figured you would, because you said you were listening in bed, or you were getting ready for bed, so I figured you fell asleep. It's all good. It's a little bit earlier for you now, though. And hello, Lizzie. Good to see you. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And of course, I go live right as I need to blow my nose. Give me 1 second. I'm afraid to mute myself, though, because I don't want to mess up my audio. Actually, it looks like I have two audio inputs. Let me, do I have three audio inputs? Let me do this. Is that better? Can you only hear me out of one, through one device now? Hopefully, yeah, you should hopefully still be able to hear me. It's showing there's an audio device picking me up, but I had three of them a second ago. So I dropped it down to just one, so there wouldn't be an echo. But, yeah, it's Saturday, and I'm taking a little break from work because I'm working all day today, but I'll take a break for a little bit to catch up on Amberlynn. Hello, DV. Good to see you, dear. So, Amberlynn, so tomorrow we will watch the videos from, I think the channel's name is Therapy Today. He is a professional, he's a mental health professional. I don't know exactly what type, but he has uploaded a couple of videos about BPD with Amberlynn, about Amberlynn. So we will watch those tomorrow. They have appeared on my YouTube page for a little bit here, and I want to watch them. So I'll watch them with you. But Amberlynn has uploaded. We have two videos from Amberlynn. There was one uploaded, was this yesterday? I don't know. Days have no meaning to me. 2 days ago. So this is Amberlynn's video from April 10th, which would be Thursday. And it is titled, My Whole Relationship Was a Lie, and I Regret Ever Being in It. And it's Let's Talk Episode 3. Um, I don't know what relationship she's talking about. I don't know if she is talking about. Oh, goodness. I got my whole screen there. It's okay. You don't need to see me. Um, I don't know if she's talking about. Oh, fuck. Tommy? Forgot their name for a second. Tommy or Erica or Beck or who is Amberlynn regretting and what relationship was a lie? But this is uh it's the Q&A video. It's the Let's Talk episode 3. So, and it looks like a long one. So let's go ahead and get into it here. So if you do happen to be new here, I do speed Amberlynn up to 1.25 speed because she does speak a little too slowly for me. So all that being said, let's uh let's see which relationship was a lie. I hope you're all having a wonderful day.
Hello, hello. Welcome to another Let's Talk video, which I absolutely love these. I think out of my new schedule,
Let me know let me know if her audio is okay for you.
Let's Talk is my most favorite that I do, and then Weekly Vlog is my second favorite.
I don't know. I mean, the Let's Talk is it's a lot of people asking kind of the same questions over and over. Um, but we're getting a few new ones here and there.
Not me playing choosy right now. But anyways, let's literally get right into it. First things first is sweet and sour. So that means I'm using
She's a little quiet. I did turn her up right after it started, but let me check here what her audio coming in is.
Using a random comment generator for last week's episode, and I'm just gonna choose some random comments. Let's get into it. Cat Scratch said, "Who the f is responsible for teaching Pookie the word ad nauseum? I just want to talk."
Girl, me too. She's using ad nauseum, ad nauseum. Um, so Mars, I'm sick of the questions. Make it stop. Hello, shut the front door. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day.
I've known that word for literally ever. I just get in habits of saying the same words over and over. It's like an earworm. I don't know. It's really annoying. I get it. It even annoys me. Amber Marie 8169 said, "That shirt is repulsive on you, by the way. Dress your size and age, dude."
What shirt? Which shirt was
First
it?
of all, I think I looked super cute. I love the outfit, love the shirt, I love the way it looks on me, and that is literally all that matters. Even Twinkie agrees. Lily
Hey, Twinkie. Um, I don't recall which shirt it was. I don't know which shirt.
Anna 7797 said, "That second voice message sounds suspiciously like Alexis, LMAO." Nope, wasn't Alexis. And I've also heard around the grapevine that I'm using AI for the voice messages. Literally, no. I have received hundreds
No,
of
those
voice
aren't
messages on
AI.
Instagram. I don't need AI, honey. And I also don't need Alexis. Super Musical Passion 1 said, "The thing about hobbies is that most people who have a ton of them have phases where they aren't interested in any of them." Literally me. That is
Literally me. Oh, Sai, I just noticed. Sai, I just noticed that you add Madam to the front of your name for now. After, I guess after last night's video game stream. That's funny. Madam Sai.
exactly how I am. Like, I will be obsessed with a hobby, spend so much money on it, fixated on it. That's all I want to do. It's all I think about. And then one day I wake up and I don't touch it again for like a year. Juju Jupiter said, "Your sentence is poorly constructed."
Which one? I mean, a lot of them are. Which sentence is poorly constructed? Because a lot of her sentences are.
You don't have to tell me twice. I write better than I speak out loud.
Do you? A lot of people do write better than they speak. Because it's whenever you're speaking, you're just going with the flow, whatever, and you will use words incorrectly, and you will say things incorrectly. When you're writing, you have a bit more time. There's a longer pause between brain and hand instead of brain to mouth. When you're writing, you can, you know, take a little bit of a break there. And you can go back and erase it. Whereas when you're speaking, you have to be like, oh wait, no, that's not what I meant.
And I think it's because of nervousness. Addie QK7114 said, "K Lady Sun is taking me out. It's Kayla Dyson." Genuinely, when I was filming the video, I didn't pick up on it. When I went back and edited, I was like, "Girl, that says Kayla Dyson. Like, what are you doing?" But I just kept it in because it was kind of funny. But yeah, anyways,
Wait, what was that? Was this somebody that commented on a
I
video?
didn't pick up on it. When I went back 1-4,
K Ladyson. It's Kayla Dyson. Oh. I guess I guess somebody's username that Amberlynn was reading was Kayla Dyson, and Amberlynn read it as K Ladyson. I didn't even notice because I probably wasn't reading the names. I don't know. Kayla Dyson. I don't know. That's funny.
said, "K Lady Sun is taking me out. It's Kayla Dyson." Genuinely, when I was filming the video, I didn't pick up on it. When I went back and edited, I was like, "Girl, that says Kayla Dyson. Like, what are you doing?" But I just kept it in because it was kind of funny. But yeah, anyways, now let's move on to Sippin' Community.
I have that problem with Zombius Now's name, and I think I asked if it was Zombie as now or Zombius now or Zombius Snow, and I'm still not 100% certain. I'm just gonna start calling them Z.
So last night he used him. Honestly, nothing better.
So
Sippin'
I post a community
community.
tab every single Monday for you guys to leave questions, concerns, whatever it may be, and I'm gonna go there and answer those.
Oh my
Erica
God.
is not your ex. Her wife has every reason to be upset with you. Pull your head out of your shelf. First of all, no, Erica is my ex. We spoke for almost a year, and I was under the impression that every single thing that she told me was the truth. What she told me is that she was in a marriage that was only for financial reasons and that they were technically single. And that lie is just in the middle of a spider web of lies that Erica told me. I was under the impression that I was in a long distance relationship with someone who was actually loyal and faithful to me. But it turns out that not only were they lying to me, but Erica and her wife originally messaged me to be trolls. It was in a deceiving way. When Erica's wife finally said, I don't want you talking to her anymore, Erica still kept talking to me. Not only did she keep talking to me, but she fell in love with me. She created a future with me, and we became partners. It was a relationship based off of mental intimacy and sexual intimacy.
It was Erica leading a double life there, having Amber on the side, but then having Brittany there. Um, it just wasn't good all the way around.
That we shared in a long distance way. So I'm saying text messages, videos, photos, phone calls, video calls. So since I have filmed this video, I have seen that a video that I sent Erica, a sexual and explicit video that only she has ever seen, is now being floated around the internet.
Oh, oh, that is not good. Oh, that can be considered revenge porn, and Amberlynn could absolutely get law enforcement involved if that is the case. Um, I had not heard this. Uh, yeah, that's not good. Um, no, that is considered revenge porn, and that's very illegal. Yeah, Mars. I agree that Amber should have ended it after she found out that Erica and Brittany were in an actual marriage, and Amberlynn has said as much as well. 100%, she should have ended it and been like, I want no part of this. As soon as she found out that Erica and Brittany were actually married and in a relationship, and that Erica was cheating on that Erica was cheating on Brittany with her, she should have ended it 100%. And then that is where Amberlynn is 100% in the wrong. She should have ended it and moved on. Oh, Mars, you accidentally saw it. Yeah, yeah. Amberlynn doesn't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. Having that leaked. I don't care how bad of a person you think Amberlynn is. That is not okay. I know people think I know people think that I defend Amberlynn and I'm an Am baby or whatever. I would defend anybody in this case. That should not that should not be done. I defend Amberlynn when she's clearly been wronged and having things that should not be done to her or to anybody done. And this is one of those cases. If 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 Erica was the one that leaked this, if Erica was the only one that had it, yeah, that is absolutely revenge porn and that is 100% illegal.
That is revenge corn. It makes me realize that the cookie crumble cookie situation was also them. They are the ones who leaked it and they gaslit me into believing it wasn't true. So yeah, this current revenge corn happened because I called Brittany out because she always posts me on her Instagram and I do not understand why. I get it.
She makes posts shading Amberlynn. I don't know why. If I were Brittany, I would want nothing to do with Amberlynn. I would want to remove myself from Girl World and the Amberverse as far as I could. Because I thought that Brittany and Erica divorced. Um, I thought they had divorced. Um, maybe they got back together. Maybe they didn't really divorce. Maybe they just separated. I don't know. But the way that Erica came in defending Brittany, um, I don't know. Maybe they didn't divorce, but I could have sworn that I saw Brittany make a post that alluded to divorce. Mars says, I thought since the cookie vid it was Brittany leaking them. I also suspected that it was Brittany and or Erica, one or both, 100%. That was my thoughts on that, my opinion, that she allegedly was the one doing it. Especially the date that it was leaked. It was Amberlynn's birthday when they leaked that video. That's not a coincidence.
You're hurt, move on from me, stop watching my content, and stop watching content about me because it's giving obsessed. But honestly, I want anyone listening to this, do not break the law just to get back at someone, because I'm telling you, karma will find you and the law will find you as well. Because, doing it the first time with Cookie Crumble, I was like, you know what, fuck it. But doing it again, you are now inciting fear, inciting harassment, and you are doing this out of malice. Be careful.
Yeah, Lizzie, good thing Amberlynn has a lawyer.
Hi, I'm Brett.
And I'm
Hello,
Jonathan.
Brett.
This
Hello,
is
Jonathan.
Darla.
Hello, Darla.
And this is
All right. Yeah, that's illegal. That is 100% illegal, and Amberlynn can get law enforcement involved, and she could press charges, absolutely. And it's ridiculous and stupid for whoever did this. We're going to go on the assumption that it is Erica or Brittany because they would be the only ones that would have had access. Um, why? Why? Just to get revenge? Just to make Amberlynn look bad? Just to be like, oh, look what Amberlynn sent me. Whenever she thought that we were in a relationship and we were sharing something. That's not cool. I don't care who you are. And if you defend that, then there's something wrong with you.
I feel used. I feel lied to. I feel deceived. I feel betrayed. Erica's wife has every reason to be upset with Erica for what Erica did after the trolling stopped, which was falling in love with Amberlynn Reed and creating a relationship with her. I also have every reason to be pissed off that someone who was my long distance girlfriend lied to me, cheated on me, betrayed me, gave me false hope, gave me a whole false narrative for almost a year. Why are you calling Erica your ex when y'all
Yeah, I don't know why whenever somebody's married and or in a relationship and their partner cheats, they always blame the other person and not their partner. The other person isn't in a committed relationship and was probably lied to as much as you were. The person you should be angry with is the person that cheated on you. I I don't I it See, Mars, where is the leak coming from? I've never seen anyone say where they found the pics originating from. They just show up on Reddit or Kiwi Farms. So, I mean, my guess would be that whoever has leaked them made like a fake account that they think nobody can trace back to them and posted them or leaked them or something along those lines. Um, that would be my guess. But IP addresses can be traced. I don't know if they'd be using a VPN or not, but I mean, they can get the account information and see who like the email address is registered to that shared it and track it down and trace it.
never even met in person, and she and her wife admitted that the whole reason Erica talked to you was to troll you. So first of all, the reason why I call Erica my ex-girlfriend, because we were in a relationship. Long distance or not, they both count. It's 2025. A lot of people have long distance relationships. And
Especially lesbians, because you often meet somebody that's not even in your state or maybe not even in your country. Lesbians are pretty notorious for starting out as long distance. uh, um, but yeah, so just because Brittany admitted that in the beginning they were trolling Amberlynn, Amberlynn didn't know that. Amberlynn thought that Erica wanted a relationship with her and thought that Erica entered into a relationship with her.
Yes, Erica and her wife admitted that they originally messaged me as a troll. It was 1 full month of Erica trolling me. Brittany finally said, stop talking to her. Erica kept talking to me for another 10 months without her wife's knowledge. I had no idea of any of this. Imagine being in a long distance relationship and later finding out that everything was not only started on a foundation of a lie, but then it continued to be a lie, not only to me, but to Erica's wife. Why
And that is often kind of one of the pitfalls or one of the risk, I guess, that you take when it comes to a long distance relationship that you've never met in person. It's, is this person lying to me? Are they who they say they are? And those sorts of things.
did Beck clean the cloths and not you? Beck didn't clean any cloths, I can tell you that. Why is there a toilet brush in your shower? There isn't. Can you talk about the recent pic circulating?
Just there isn't. It could be a shower brush. It could be a brush to clean the shower. I don't know. I don't recall looking that closely in Amberlynn's shower.
Of you sitting on 2 chairs at bingo? That's obviously not real because that's not true. I use 1 chair and 1 chair only. Could you please clarify your relationship with Yo Mama? I've received confirmation that his wife discovered inappropriate conversations between the two of you and asked him to stop talking to you. A lot of people thumbs this up and it makes me very uncomfortable. Me and Yo Mama have never spoken privately, not ever. The only communications that have ever happened has been him speaking to me publicly, like through a live stream, or me mentioning him like in a YouTube video. And I'm a lesbian. He is a man. So think about that for a minute. Is it difficult logging into 100 different accounts to give
People are going to bring up the Dalton fella, but Amberlynn was also drunk. Yeah, that's weird.
He is a man. So think about that for a minute. Is it difficult logging into 100 different accounts to give yourself all the positive comments? That is so embarrassing. Like, it's genuinely embarrassing that people actually think that just because I get a positive comment that it's from me. I have a lot of supporters out there. They're just very, very scared of publicly supporting me because when they do, they either get bashed or they get called, hi Amber, I know it's you. Like, I have never left myself a positive.
People do that. We were watching Beck's video the other day, Beck's most recent video, and it was so funny. Down in the comments, somebody says something negative like, "Hey, something not supportive of Beck," and people were like, "Oh, this is Amberlynn," and they were like, "I'm not Amberlynn," and then somebody else was like, "Yeah, why do people think that just because we aren't kissing Beck's ass that we're Amberlynn?" They're like, we can have, other people can have opinions. Um, so it's like, all right.
Comment. Did you know that lying for other people is still considered lying? Yes, and you would do it too if you were protecting the person that you love. Why don't you show us randomly picking so we know you're not completely lying and cherry picking nice voice notes? Any voice memo that I have done and that I have heard have been nice, and it's actually genuinely surprised me, probably as much as it has surprised you guys. I don't get much hate in my DMs, but sometimes I do. So I was expecting to get a lot of like hateful voice memos because I'm giving you guys the chance to just like.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised. Now, if she did get a really hateful voice note, then I think um I think she would maybe cut that out before before uploading, depending on what the person said. I don't know if she would leave that in uh the video. But yeah, I mean, the ones that we've heard have been positive ones. I'm a little surprised she hasn't gotten some negative ones too. But that could be just because people want to remain anonymous when, well, as anonymous as they can sometimes whenever they send hateful messages. Oh, you need to know the Amberlynn Reed PR talking point she sends out. Well, then I guess you need to go talk to Amberlynn's PR team and talk to her lawyer about those because I don't get them. Sorry.
Tell me whatever. Tell me any concerns, ask me any questions, and it's all been genuinely really nice. So it makes me realize like I do have a lot of supporters, and the people who leave these comments, they're just trying to get, the trendy comment. Like, who can get the most likes? Who can say the most meanest shit? Like, I see through it all, really. How are you not more embarrassed about destroying a marriage? I feel.
So Amberlynn, again, Amberlynn did not destroy that marriage. Erica destroyed her own marriage. Erica was the one that chose to cheat on her wife, and Erica and Brittany together chose to initially message Amberlynn to troll Amberlynn. They destroyed their own marriage. Amberlynn is not responsible for that. Because even if Amberlynn had ended it, even if Amberlynn had ended it whenever she found out that Erica was lying to her, their marriage may have still imploded because Erica had been lying to Brittany for so long. But Erica continued as well. So, I don't know. Remember how Amber said she clicks on people's accounts to scope them out when they DM her? She probs does that with the voice notes. Yeah, she could, 100%. Because in order to send her a voice, excuse me, in order to send her a voice memo, you can't just automatically do it. She has to accept your your text message first. So she asks you to DM her a microphone symbol so she can approve your message request, and then you send a voice memo. So yeah, she probably also goes and checks people's accounts to see what kind of person they are, uh, which is kind of funny. Some of the people, like you'll even see people just like randomly on Instagram just post something just horrible on somebody's Instagram, just either being racist or homophobic or just being a dick. And then you go look at their profile and they're all like, "I love Jesus" or something, and you're like, it's like they're just these awful people like messaging or things, but then their public profile is completely different, typically.
Bad about the situation because when I found out that Erica was married, which was like, I want to say 8 months into us speaking, I should have just called it quits. I regret that wholeheartedly. I regret the whole relationship, period. But I'm not.
You 100% should have. Why are there so many fucking questions about Erica? Oh, yeah, this was right after Erica posted that comment. But God, why do people? I don't. What?
Not the one that broke up their marriage. It was Erica. How can you say your meal with 9 or 10 potatoes was only 450 calories? Just the potatoes alone were 1,000 or more. So the potatoes that I use actually come in like this pre-packaged thing where on the back of it is a label of how much is a serving. And since they're small potatoes, you get a lot of small potatoes for a serving. Potatoes are very low in calories. They're high in carbs, but they're very low in calories. So I look at the serving, I measure it out. If I want 1 serving, 1.5 servings, 2 servings, it's all pretty standard. Like all I have to do is measure it out and bam, that's the calories. All right, you guys.
So potatoes are like one of the better foods that you can eat for like as far as calories versus feeling full, the satiety of them. There are a lot of carbs, but I mean, if the rest of your meal is lower in carb, it's not going to be that bad. Pair it with a good protein source, you know. But that second meal that she had that she showed, there was a lot of fucking potatoes. And so the serving size, I don't know if that would have been the same as the first meal. Um, it looked like those potatoes were from the Little Potato Company. You know, the ones that come in those plastic bags that you can like microwave the potatoes in the bag. Um, those would that's what they looked like. But
Guys, now we're on to the interview.
the
Not seeing
interview.
results with just hair supplements? Nature meet the power of science with prescription hair treatments.
This is where on Instagram you guys send me voice memos, and I'm so excited. This part is so fun for me because you guys get to interview me. So if you
have a
want to
negative
do
one.
that, you can send me a voice memo on Instagram. But if you don't have that option, all you have to do is send me a microphone emoji so I can accept your message request. And I'm going to send you a little smiley face emoji back, and that means you can then send me a voice memo. Do keep in mind that no matter when you send the voice memo, you still have a chance to be chosen because I choose old ones, I choose new ones. Doesn't even matter. You always have a chance. Let's get into it.
Out of like all the hectic moments and situation type deals that you've been through, which situation or issue do you wish you would like handled better? Because a lot of the times I notice that you tend to address situations really quickly, and so your emotions could be heightened.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if there's like any situation that you wish you addressed differently, and giving yourself more time to really consider what you're going to say and think through?
I'm gonna say
I'll say all of them. uh, Amberlynn's knee-jerk reactions are often very emotionally charged, and she ends up saying something that she doesn't want to. Uh, lint view.
every situation I've ever been here on YouTube, because you're right, my emotions get super heightened and I react in a way that I normally wouldn't. I feel like even in this video, it has happened.
Hi Amber, here's one that isn't serious, but I just want to know, what ASMR do you watch? Like, do you have any favorite channels or like types of videos that you like? Thank you.
I do. And since we're here on my YouTube, I am going to find it for you. I'm gonna go to my liked videos here.
ASMR August is really good. And Kavas is good. And there's another one. I can't remember the name right offhand. She's British. And It's Bliss has some good ones too.
So it's Real Person ASMR by August.
Yeah, same person. August ASMR and Real Person ASMR by August. Same person.
I love her perfectionist, like finishing touches of like hair. So good. Like, especially some.
I use them to sleep. I'll put them on when I go to bed at night and listen to them to go to sleep. So I'm not actually watching them, but I'm listening.
Her newer ones with the girl with the red hair. You guys need to watch that. Like, it calms me. I
don't know about the red hair one. I like Lucy.
Watch it before I go to sleep. Chef's kiss.
Hi Amber, we love you so much. We've been watching your videos for so many years, and we want to know that body image can be such a sensitive topic for like lots of people. So how do you navigate maintaining a healthy and emotional approach while sharing your story online? Thank you so much for answering our question. Bye.
I think that was that an Irish accent, and they were speaking quickly, and I have the video sped up, so I didn't quite catch all of that question. Sai, you find the ASMR videos to be annoying? I use them to go to sleep.
Aw, I love your guys' accents. I genuinely don't know how I do it. And I know that's such an annoying answer, but like so many people ask, like, how do you do this? How do you have the confidence? Like, how do you handle the hate? Like, I don't know. I genuinely do not know. And I hate that that's my answer because I want to give something more.
I didn't catch all of the. Oh, that is a horrible pause. I am so sorry. I didn't catch all of the question because I have them sped up.
In depth. A part of me blames it on my childhood, like, because I went through so much, so I had to be strong at such an early age. Because it's like, if I didn't go through all that crap that made me have strength, I don't know if I'd be able to handle all this other stuff.
What's something that you're working on internally that your audience might not know?
Ooh, something I'm working on internally that my audience doesn't know. There's a lot, but like, which one am I willing to share is the question.
I like how I'm trying to like listen. I have my freaking earbuds in. I just need to like. I'm like leaning closer. That's not gonna do me a damn bit of good. It's on my freaking earbuds. These people are liars. Amber does not have a healthy approach. Is that what they said? They said something about healthy approach. I didn't catch all of what they said.
Question. So I'm not going to say what kind of relationship it is, but there is a relationship in my life that I'm currently going through where I feel like there's a lot of resentment because like I've known them for years and years and years and years and years, and I'm trying to like navigate that.
Hi, Amber.
Huh.
Mike from Washington, D.C. here. I've been a long-time viewer going back many years, even since the Crystal era. I do have one question. If someone were to watch your entire YouTube history in the form of a documentary, all your ups and downs and successes and failures, how do you think they'd walk away feeling about you? And do you agree with that version of yourself?
Huh. That's a good question. What a nothing waffle answer. We would say nothing burger in the US Mars, but I guess we like burgers more than waffles here. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she's working on this relationship then, and we don't know about it, I guess. I don't know. I really don't care.
Wow. That question like gave me the goosebumps. That's a good question. I think that they would feel frustrated with me because if I'm gonna act like I'm not myself, if I look from an outsider perspective, I would be like, girl, just get it together. Like, you have the tools, you are capable, You can do this. Why aren't you doing this? Like, let me take your shoulders and shake you. I'm so frustrated.
Well, why don't you do that to yourself right now and be like, girl, get your shit together, right? Hey, Fiona's mom, good to see you.
I genuinely feel like they'll leave feeling frustrated. And do I agree with that? Absolutely. 100%.
Would you get another dog if Twinkie dies?
Oh my God, that's so sad.
What?
The answer is no. Twinkie is. Do I agree with that? Absolutely. 100%.
Would you get another dog if Twinkie dies?
Oh my God, that's so.
Would you get another dog if Twinkie dies? That's what this person asked. Oh my gosh. Oh.
So sad. The answer is no. Twinkie is my heart and my soul. Without her, like.
I thought Rarity was. I guess you could have multiple hearts and souls, but.
Like, I don't even want to think about it. Like, I'm going to be devastated, and I don't want another dog to take her spot. That's never going to happen.
Hey girl, I just know that some of your viewers are going to be so upset at me because this is what is considered to be a boring question. And I've been so curious about it, and I've tried asking a few times. Why have you not considered reading the Harry Potter books? I know that you were late to the party and you watched the movies and you loved them, but as somebody who loves to read, and as somebody myself, having read the books when I was in primary school and all the way through high school and young adulthood, the writing of the Harry Potter books are so magical. You don't have to support the author by any means. You can buy them secondhand or whatever. But I really, really think you would love them. And I don't know if you're reading right now, but please consider them to get you out of a reading slump, or just to read something really, really awesome that you'd love. Please, please, please. Thank you.
So,
okay, if you couldn't hear that, this person was asking why Amberlynn hasn't read the Harry Potter series. You just meant that she was waffling about nothing. Oh, yeah, pet deaths are awful. It's sad. It's it's devastating to lose your fur baby.
So I have a few things I want to say. Don't ever think you have a boring question. Nothing is boring to me, okay? Secondly, your voice is perfect for ASMR. I'm not gonna lie, I have been feeling a little anxious this video. I did start it feeling uplifted and excited for it, but the topic.
I agree, Sai. Yeah.
Of Erica makes me want to just ignore the world and have a really big anxiety panic attack, because genuinely I regret that relationship so bad. So I have been feeling super anxious ever since that came up, but your voice immediately calmed me. You have the voice for ASMR. Just saying. But to answer your question, yes, I love the Harry Potter movies, but I don't know, something about like reading that type of book just doesn't feel entertaining to me. But who knows? Maybe I'll give it a try for you.
Hi Amber. Oh my gosh, we are so excited to send you a voice memo. My mom and I watch all of your videos.
Aww.
And our question is, how do you measure success beyond the scale? Okay, love you. Bye.
Love that. Oh my God. Hello to you and your mother. So I measure success beyond the scale in so many different ways. Like, are we talking mentally, emotionally, physically? I don't even know. So we're just gonna go with physically. For me, it's easy. It's the way that I walk, the speed that I walk, and the stamina and the breathing that I'm experiencing. Like, I was just talking to my mom about it when we went to the casino last. I'm like walking through this casino like nothing's wrong. Like, I was walking quicker than usual. I was waddling less. It's because even though I had only been down like 6 pounds, it's 6 pounds of heavy water weight that I was experiencing. And when that comes off of like my legs, especially because I have lymphedema and lipedema, like I feel so completely different. And I know like you can't understand that unless you experience it and have my type of body. But I'm telling you, if someone took away the scale and I strictly had to just go based on the way my body feels, 1000%, it's the way that my stamina is and the way that I walk and the way that my legs feel. I hope that's what you were.
Yeah, no, I think that's what they were asking. Yeah, like what does Amberlynn use aside from the scale to determine how she's feeling? Because the scale may not always accurately reflect what's happening to your body, if that makes sense. So you could possibly have the scale say the same number, but your clothes are fitting better. And those sorts of things. So I think Amber gauging her walking ability, I think that's a good gauge that she can use to see how she's feeling and to help her not get frustrated with with her progress. Now she did also just get over COVID. So how much of this is her body just recovered more from COVID. I don't know. But I mean, I think using non-scale measurements is also a good idea for Amberlynn because, I mean, like I just said, the scale may not always accurately reflect what your body is doing. So, too many made-up words in the Harry Potter series for Amber. What is an expelliarmus type deal? Sigh. I'm gonna do a Gossip Girl type of voice for Stitch's audiobook and then switch to a demon. What you absolutely should, Sigh. Aaron, good to see you, my Canadian friend. You don't feel that much difference between losing 6 pounds. How can Amber? Um, you'd be surprised, Mars. Whenever you are bigger, a lot bigger, even just a few pounds can really you can really feel it.
We're asking. I don't know.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
And bless you.
Looks like
Hey Amber, I'm sorry if my voice sounds a bit weird. I'm currently sick. Hope the fur babies are okay. Say hi to Twinkie for me. My question is, what do you think is like the biggest trigger for you to binge eat or go off track? Yeah, hope you have a good day. Bye.
Oh,
Amberlynn doesn't binge. It's Cindy's.
thank you, and I hope you feel better soon. And Twinkie, she said hello. Yeah, she did.
I'm not calling you that, Sigh. I'm just gonna call you wife.
So my biggest trigger for me to fall off track is two things. Either one, when I get in the headspace of like I literally just don't care.
So notice she just said to fall off track. She didn't say anything about binging.
Me to fall off track is two things. Either one, when I get in the headspace of like I literally just don't care. That's a danger zone for real. The second thing is like emotional eating. If I'm feeling extremely depressed or lonely, or if I have a lot of anxiety that day, like that genuinely sends me down like a spiral of like, I need to like do something that makes me feel good. And eating does that for me. Eating does that for a lot of people.
Hey Amber.
See, Aaron says, I don't feel a small weight loss, but I've been consistent doing core workouts daily and that I can feel. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm bigger than you all, and I can tell a difference in 5 pounds.
I hope you excuse my German accent, but I
I
wanted
love
to
it.
ask you if you ever get jealous if you see, for example, girls that are skinny. Do you like feel that you get jealous of them, or do you like envy them for like, let's say, fitting in the beauty standards when like in the typical beauty standards?
Jealous
when
of
you
who?
yourself
What?
feel that you ever get jealous if you see, for example, girls that are skinny? Do you like feel that you get jealous of them, or do you like envy them for like, let's say, fitting in the beauty standards when like in the typical beauty standards when you yourself you don't? I would really appreciate for you to answer honestly. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. So it's kind of crazy. The only time I experience like true jealousy is in a
Yeah, Aaron. Get strong.
relationship. I know that sounds crazy, but no, I don't get jealous of skinny people or girls that fit in the beauty standard, like you said. Like, I don't get jealous of that. I more so like get frustrated with the fact that like, why can't we all be beautiful regardless of the number on the scale?
Hi, Amberlynn. My name's Chris, and I'm a huge
A couple of guys in these voice memos. Interesting.
All be beautiful regardless of the number on the scale.
Hi, Amberlynn. My name's Chris, and I'm a huge fan of yours. I really admire how you consistently stay so positive in the face of so much negativity. And truth be told, you're really cute. My question is how you think your life might have been different if you'd been put up for adoption as a...
So this one almost does sound like an AI reading it. The voice sounds very there's really not any inflection. Or maybe he's just reading from a script, but there's no inflection on this one. So this one could be maybe somebody didn't want to use their real voice and they used an AI voice, but this one sounds a little robotic to me. The way that just there's no real inflection, and like the intonation that is there seems awkward, but I have heard people read things from a script and kind of have that awkward, stilted reading. But yeah. Aaron, I feel you on the back pain. I was putting this chair together, now my lower back hurts like a mofo. Let's start this one over.
Regardless of the number on the scale.
Hi, Amberlynn. My name's Chris, and I'm a huge fan of yours. I really admire how you consistently stay so positive in the face of so much negativity. And truth be told, you're really cute. My question is how you think your life might have been different if you'd been put up for adoption as a young child instead of going into foster care and having your parents coming in and out of your life. I know you have a great relationship with your mother now, but do you think having had a family who loved you throughout all those difficult years would have given you a better life today? I'm an adoptee myself, and I'm forever grateful to my birth mother, whom I recently connected with, made the decision to put me up for adoption when she could not properly care for a baby. Is this something you ever think about? Thanks.
This
From friendly customer service folks to faster speeds.
So this one, I think this one the person had AI read it. I don't know. I mean, maybe they weren't comfortable using their own voice, but this definitely sounds like an AI voice reading it. You can tell by the intonation and the lack of inflection and just the way that it reads it and like the way it pauses a certain. Yeah, that is definitely definitely an AI reading it. But of course, the person would have had to have written it and asked an AI voice to read it and record it. They probably just weren't comfortable having their own voice played. Mars, Amber, you are so cute. Error. Oh, Amber is really pretty. She's a very pretty girl. I love the little robot. Amber, you are so cute. Beep boop. Malfunction.
Thank you for the question, and I am so emotional. You have to give me a second. So thank you for sharing your story.
So two of Amberlynn's brothers were put up for adoption, right? Or at least one of them. I think her life would have been quite a bit different, to be honest.
This does make me emotional because I have two brothers that were put up for adoption when they were babies. One of them did find us a few years ago, and he's been in my life ever since. And the other one I think about literally daily, and I miss him so much. I wonder how he's doing, where he's at, but it was closed adoption, so I don't even know if he knows that I exist. But what you asked me is something that, especially when I was younger, like I asked myself a lot. I asked myself, why were my brothers adopted? Why wasn't I? I would ask myself not only.
I don't think she was put up for adoption. I think Amber and one of her brothers, maybe, or was she the only one? I want to say she only has two brothers, or does she have three? I can't remember how many brothers she actually has. Who knows why? Maybe because she was older, and a lot of times it's harder to get older kids for adoption. I don't know, Reese Peace. I think being a good person is more important, and you kind of sound insufferable.
Wasn't I adopted, but my own parents don't want to get better for me. Like, it was a lot of me feeling like I wasn't worthy of love. Parents. Without a doubt, my life would be different right now if I would have been adopted, but as much as I had those like questions of like, why am I not good enough? I am just a kid. Like, why am I not loved? Why am I not taken care of correctly, etc., etc. Like, I'm glad that I wasn't adopted because it's like I don't know what my life would have looked like if I was. And I feel like everything happens for a reason. I don't fully know the reason, but I want to say that I am where I am because I'm supposed to be. Holy,
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that her life would be a lot different if she had been adopted. She would have been in a different environment, would have been taken care of differently, all of those sorts of things. Her childhood and the way that she was raised and the way she grew up and the foster care and everything absolutely still plays a huge role in her life, but it absolutely played a role in her past with the way she treats people and her mental health and all these things, which she should absolutely address with therapy. Yeah, I'm sure it would be quite different.
Yeah, this is heavy. This is a lot. Okay.
Hi, Amber. I've been watching you for years now, and I just wanted to say I really admire how unapologetically yourself you've been since day one. Despite all the negativity you get on a daily basis, it's clear you haven't let it change who you are at all, which is honestly kind of iconic, I guess you could say.
Thank you.
I don't think I've ever come across another YouTuber who's so relentlessly consistent in what they put out there. What did
Amberlynn's consistently inconsistent in her life, and being herself, her authentic self. I don't know if Amberlynn knows who her authentic self is because she's taken on so many personality traits throughout the years from her partners. I don't know if Amberlynn even knows who she is.
advice would you give to someone who wants to stay that true to themselves, even when people keep trying to tear them down?
Again, this is another example of like, I literally don't know how I do it, genuinely, because the truth is like, I don't know what I would tell someone else, because if someone else was getting like the type of hate that I was getting, I wouldn't want them to like have to endure that, to have to experience that. But if it was just like,
Aaron, we're on the same page there.
The normal amount of hate, because yes, this is the internet and there is like a normal amount of hate, I would tell them just like, know your worth, know that you are worth whatever passions you have for YouTube. Like, if you enjoy it, like, you are worth it. Like, you deserve to be able to be on this platform, and just know, like, be yourself regardless of anything else, because you will find people who love you. You will find supporters. Just trust in the process and it will happen. I know it's easier said than done, for real, for real. Sometimes just like putting a wall up between you and like the negativity, and like purposely finding like an outlet to the positivity, it can really make you just focus in on that. And that's kind of what I do. I do not read the comments under my YouTube videos. I can't do it. Sometimes I will read the ones from my members, and I have all comments turned off on my Instagram, on my TikTok. The only comments that I actually read is for the community tab during this video, and then I allow myself.
Does she? I haven't noticed that she has comments turned off on those things. But she watches content about herself. She still watches reaction channels. And that's not always going to be positive. And there's going to be people in those comments. There's going to be people in those live chats. There's going to be people that have horrible, horrible things to say. Alternatively, she's also missing out on positive things. But she's also missing out on constructive criticism that people offer or give to try to, I don't know, help her see things in a different way, or how she's being perceived, or those sorts of things. But she seeks out content about herself. So
Myself to read my private messages and my Instagram, because that is where all the support is. Because I'm trying to block off the hate, but I'm trying to go tunnel vision into the positive so I can stay in that little Delulu area. All right, you guys, now we're gonna go on to tea or tail.
Shout out to Olivia, Ryan, and Ava. Your orders are packed and loaded with surprises.
So this is simply where I am taking some rumors that I hear floating around, and I'm gonna tell you if that's tea or tail. So the first one is Destiny's mom hated Amberlynn.
I don't know. I mean, we're going to hear different things here. From what we've seen in like videos from Destiny, it sounded like Destiny's mom did not care for Amberlynn, especially since she physically attacked Amberlynn.
So the reason why I feel like this is like being talked about a lot lately is because the whole live stream between Beck and Destiny that they did. And I'm just gonna let you know now that I loved and adored Destiny's mom. When me and Destiny were actually in a relationship together and we lived with Destiny's mom, things did get rocky. Yes, it did. I want to cast light on the love that we had for each other. When me and Destiny broke up and I was with Beck, Me and Destiny's mom would message each other a lot, and she saw that I was unhappy, and she saw how badly I needed someone without me even having to tell her. She would call me her adoptive daughter, and then that transpired to literally I was just her daughter. I have text messages of her begging me to come live with her and saying things like, come home, come to me.
But she didn't like you living with her when you were with Destiny, and she attacked you with a K-cup holder. Why would she now want you to come live with her?
Me. I want to be there for you. And these are messages that like I'm gonna hold on to forever because I loved her dearly. Yes, we had rocky times when me and Destiny were living with her, but after that and after me and Destiny broke up, me and her mom got extremely close. So it's hard for me to like see all these negative things being said because that's not the truth. That's not the correct narrative. Like I remember after she passed away, Destiny actually sent me a video of her mom.
I forgot that Destiny's mom had passed away.
Filming, and in the video, it was like a private video that no one ever saw, and in the private video like her mom is saying how much she loves me, and it's just like it means the world to me because she was there for me when I felt like I had nobody. Just give me a second. Okay, on to the next one.
Boy, she's having to take a lot of tear breaks here. This is an emotional roller coaster of a Q&A for Amberlynn.
It takes years to diagnose someone with BPD. So that's not true. It could take a couple weeks to a couple months. For me, it took 8 months where I had a weekly appointment with my psychologist. And the last one is Amberlynn loves to brag about being the side chick.
I don't think so.
Literally, no. Just imagine knowing someone for almost a year and being in a relationship with them for more than half of that and finding out that everything is a lie. You would be pissed too. The whole thing is messy, and I hate every single last fraction of it, and I wish it would all just disappear. All right, so next is bad choices.
Oh, good lord.
It's where I pick 5 of these doodads in here, so let's pick 5 random ones. 1.
Every time I see this giant bowl, it's like a big ceramic bowl, but it reminds me of like a light fixture. You know, the light fixture covers, the boob-shaped ones. For some reason, that's what it reminds me of.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Is she taking them out and leaving them out for the next week so that we don't get duplicates from week to week?
Have you ever taken a call or texted during sex? The answer is yes, I have. I have taken a call. If your partner wanted to have sex with you with a full clown makeup on, would you be down? Absolutely not. That is not my cup of tea at all. Have you ever had sex with someone you met on Tinder?
What's with all these being about smexy time? Lizzie, she is right. It's horrible when you find out things aren't what you thought.
Tinder, no. Online, yes. I've never even had a Tinder before. Have you ever used a vegetable as a sex toy?
Oh my god, why are these... I'm having horrible flashbacks to her live stream where people were just obsessed with information about her hoo-ha. Oh my god. I don't want to press play.
Oh my god, absolutely not. Would you sleep with a really sexy person even though they had horrific BO? Sure. Because like, can't you just like wash up your armpits and then put on some deodorant beforehand? Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this Let's Talk, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Yeah. Not sure how I felt about that one. Yeah,
Working with a registered dietitian.
Yeah. Aaron, these are important questions, lol. Yeah, this is what this is what the public is dying to know. This is these are the pressing questions the community has. Yeah. No, I'm trying to remember everything that happened in that Q&A. It's Chris. Why does she even feel the need to put that kind of crap on her videos? I don't know. I wish she wouldn't. I really wish she wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah, a couple of good questions, I guess, in there from people asking, some more pressing, like, hey, how do you think this would have affected your life? What do you think you could have done differently? Those kinds of things. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the early things that were in there. Yeah, the Kayla Dyson was pretty funny. But and hello, it's Chris. Good to see you. So now we have Amberlynn's next video. It is titled I Am Done and What I Ate Today, Episode 3. Don't know what she's done with. Is she done with her? I don't know. She already quit her no diet. She quit the intermittent fasting. And now she's, I guess, just freeballing it when it comes to her diet. Um, so I don't know. I don't know what she's done with. Is she done with? Oh God, I don't know. Let's watch it and find out, Libby. You don't have to question it. Mars, I'd rather see the scratch art again over the smexy questions. Girl, me and you both. Erin, because she is a very sexual girly pop and needs us to know. Indeed. We need to know that Amberlynn can get it. That's what we have to know. We have to know that even though she's a bigger girl, she can still have smexy time. The intimate fasting. Yes, that's what she used to call it, the intimate fasting. She called it that. That's funny. All right. So I do have her sped up to 1.25 speed. Oh, she does speak a little too. Oh, hey, look, we have our audio tracks again. What do we have? I don't think we've heard her in. We haven't heard Amberlynn in Hindi. Let's hear a little bit of Amberlynn in Hindi.
नमस्ते नमस्ते। आज मैंने क्या खाया इस वीडियो में आपका स्वागत है। तो मैं एंड पर कैलोरी गिन रहा हूँ। इसका मतलब है कि मैं जो भी खाता हूँ वो एंड पर पहले से ही ट्रैक हो जाता है, लेकिन मैं इस बारे में नहीं बोलूंगा कि मैं कितनी कैलोरी खा रहा हूँ या किसी खास।
Indeed. I see. I don't speak Hindi. All right. All right. We're going to speed her up a little bit. This is how she communicates with the girls in her DMs. Yeah. Oh, but shut the front door. She's not talking to anybody. She doesn't have anybody in her DMs. Mm-hmm.
Hello, welcome to another What I Ate Today video. So I am counting calories on Noom, so that means every...
All right. Oh, we do have the Noom. Let me pull up my app. So I can try to eyeball and guess what she's eating because she doesn't fucking show us and I have to guess. We have a middle part today, very, very 70s-esque look.
Every single thing that I eat, that means it is already tracked on Noom, but I will not be speaking about how many calories I am eating or how many calories a certain food is because I am realizing that is triggering for me. When I sit there and I do something I literally hate, which is weigh my food, measure it, put it into Noom, I hate counting calories, and I do it all accurately because if I'm doing something I hate, then I'm gonna do it the right way, because then what would be the point? So
I disagree on being accurate. Now, she is using a scale now. She wasn't using a scale previously. However, I think before Amberlynn jumps into using scales and doing the weighing and everything, I really think she needs to start working with a dietitian and work with them to figure things out, and then she can get back into weighing the food, tracking and measuring. For some people, the numbers can become triggering and they can get really caught up in them. But we are going to try to track the calories as best as we can based on what she shows us. But she said it was triggering for her, right? So she's going to stop. She's She's gonna track it but not share it with us?
So that means every single thing that I eat, that means it is already tracked on Noom. But I will not be speaking about how many calories I am eating or how many calories a certain food is, because I am realizing that is triggering for me when I sit there.
Wait, she's tracking it, but not telling us, but tracking is wait, what?
And I do something I literally hate, which is weigh my food, measure it, put it into Noom. I hate counting calories, and I do it all accurately, because if I'm doing something I hate, then I'm gonna do it the right way, because then what would be the point? So I do all that, and then people are like, nope, she got her calories wrong on literally every single thing that I eat, when it's so blatantly obvious that I did not do it wrong. I have all the food labels in front of me. I have a food scale in front of me. So since that is a triggering thing for me, I will not be doing it, but just know, everything is logged. I'm staying under my allotted calories. And
she's logged it, but it's triggering, but she's not gonna. So is she going to continue tracking calories or not? Because she's saying she's tracked it and it's in Noom, but she's not doing it because what? You think the middle part makes her face look rounder? Usually the facial framing will make her face look thinner, but it does look a little rounder. I don't know if it's the part or just her face.
And yeah, let's get into it. All right, you guys, so my first meal is gonna be leftovers from last night. So last night I made steak, potato, corn, and Brussels sprouts, and I just put it all in this leftover container together. All right, so I'm just gonna put my...
And she doesn't... She doesn't tell us what she's eating, so I don't know. Deodorization? Is that for if you cook? Is that for if you heat up fish in your microwave, then you can deodorize it? She's triggered by telling us how many calories she's eaten because we guessed the rice was more calories than it actually was. Yeah, that must be it. She's triggered by us saying that's not right, and she's like, no, it is. Aaron, our resident hairdresser. Middle parts don't suit very many people. It accentuates asymmetry and big noses. Amberlynn has a dainty nose. That's good to know, Aaron. Lizzie, you don't like the middle part. You're getting your haircut tomorrow. Are you keeping your undercut? I know you were trying to grow it out, but it was getting frustrating. Are you getting that cut? Ooh, a side shave with a shag. Are you going to post it on Insta so I can see it? So I can see the new haircut, Lizzie? So I know we had her steak before. I don't know what kind of steak. I don't know what kind of steak it is. This is going to be really hard for me to try to track because I couldn't even see what was in the container.
Food in the microwave. So it is warmed up. I just kept it in the same bowl because why not? So this is a lean steak. The potatoes are just like this. I think it's called like Potato Company, Little Company. I don't know.
Little Potato Company. All right. That's what I need to. Oh, and I forgot. It's easier to use it on my phone. So we have Little Potato Company. Not Little Patio. Why is she doing it 3:33 so she doesn't have to make her hand press any more buttons? Press more. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Let's see. Where's the? These were. I think those are Little Reds. Aaron, look away. I needed to trim my bangs and couldn't find the scissors, so I used my pocket knife. No! Wifey, no! Oh! Oh. So this says 4.5 potatoes, 110 grams, 70 calories. We're gonna say she has 1.5 there. That's what we're gonna go with. Just because I can, and because it'll piss Amberlynn off if I put in more than one serving, and it's more than what she has. All right, steak. I don't know what kind of steak. Um, what, like cut? I don't know. We're gonna go with this. We're just gonna throw in a number. I just picked a lean steak. Okay, we got some corn. We'll say we got one serving. And we have some Brussels sprouts. All right, based on my absolute shit show of a guess, because I have no clue what's actually in there. Just watch your eyes. Yeah, don't poke your eye out. I'm sure you'd look super hot with an eye patch, but let's try to avoid that. All right, I came up with 420 calories with my complete guess of what she's even eating because I don't know what kind of steak. Um, if you would have had a Swiss Army knife, you would have had teeny tiny scissors. That's what DV. I'm just imagining Sai just pulling out this giant like Bowie knife and just like hacking at her bangs. You hear that the trend for spring is Jane Austen bangs. So short, soft, and romantic is the vibe. Size I don't even understand what that means when it comes to hair, Aaron. I have no clue what that even means.
Something company comes in like a package. I actually show it in my vlog that you guys will be seeing on Monday. Corn and Brussels sprouts I just cooked in a pan with some seasoning. Genuinely, fully recommend that. Bon appetit. So I'm gonna watch a show while I eat.
Chew those potatoes all the way. There's nobody there to beat you on the back. 2 steps ahead.
This and yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy. Oh, by the way, I also have a water.
Shampoo, right?
Why are we watching you eat? Why are we watching you watch TV and eat? Why are we watching this?
All right, I'm done. I do low-key wish I had more Brussels sprouts. So good. All right, guys, it is time for me to show you what I'm eating next. So we have whipped cream cheese.
All right. What are those? That is a big fucking radish. Where is she getting these ginormous radishes? I want to know. Mars, you spoke too soon. There's a paper plate. Reese, you are an idiot. Radish. I don't know. That's a pretty big fucking radish. That's gonna be a large radish. That's one large radish. It has 1 calorie. Two bagels is the definition of gluttony. These are teeny tiny bagels, and you are the definition of a dick. We have one of these sweet peppers. It's a yellow sweet pepper, yellow raw. It's a whole fucking, it's a medium one.
On mini bagels. The whipped cream cheese is less calories than normal cream cheese.
It is because it's a little airier. And so we're putting this in as a snack. I don't know what brand of mini bagels. We're going to go with Thomas. Thomas mini bagels. Two of these, we're assuming the brand is Thomas. So two of these bagels is a serving, and it's only 240 calories. A lot of carbs in it. There is 8 grams of protein, and really not much fat. And we have whipped cream cheese, whipped cream cheese, plain. It is fewer calories than regular cream cheese. This looks like it might be 2 servings. I don't know. There might be. We're going to say that each bagel half has a tablespoon on it. That's what we're going to go with because it's hard to tell. So the snack would come out to 408 calories for what's on this plate, based on me just eyeballing it. That is my guess.
And then the mini bagels are obviously less calories than like the regular size bagels. So I do have
Fewer.
2 bagels.
But difference between count and non-count, it has fewer calories.
And then I have a pepper, which I'm dipping in sriracha.
Oh.
So this is a sweet pepper. So it's super good dipping it in the sriracha. And then I have a radish.
Again, that is a huge fucking radish.
So freaking good. I'm gonna try it in the sriracha. I've never done that before, but how could it be bad?
It could
So do you
be.
guys prefer the top of the bagel better or the bottom? For me, I prefer the bottom.
I don't prefer bagels at all, unless they're like an Asiago cheese bagel. So she's doing pretty good on her fiber for the day, and her vitamin C is also pretty good. So she's at around 15 grams of fiber. The bagels had 3 grams, the Brussels sprouts had 4 grams, and then the potatoes and corn had 3. So she's doing okay on her fiber to try to get up to 25 grams, which is what they recommend. So she's doing good on the fiber. She has had quite a bit of carbs today. I would like to see the protein higher than the carbs based on what I've been told for my own diet. I would like to see that. But
so I always eat the top first.
Why does she eat in front of the bookshelf? I guess it's where she has the camera set up. I know the cat logo is pretty cute, that tuxedo cat.
And do you guys prefer it toasted, warmed, or just like right out of the bag? For
Amberlynn just eats them right out of the bag.
me, I prefer it right out of the bag because I like the texture. And here is my second water.
That's one of my problems with bagels. They're so dense. They're just like the top of the bagel. I would prefer the top too, I think, Mars, if I have bagels, but I'm just not a bagel person. Like the regular bagels like this, they're just too dense. It's just too much. Too chewy, too dense. So I like the Asiago cheese ones. They're a little lighter feeling, tasting.
The day, I almost reached for a diet soda, but I was like, girl, you gotta drink your 2 waters first. So I had
Get
my
that
next
water.
meal. I had a 20-piece nugget from McDonald's with like half of a sweet and sour.
Oh, we got the nuggets. So she could have went for a 10-piece, and that would have been a little lighter on the calories. You know, so this would be one of her takeout meals for the week. Chicken McNuggets. So a 20-piece McNugget has 853 calories, it looks like. I'm not pulling up the yeah. Oh, that's Australian chicken nuggets. I need the American nuggets. So about 820-ish calories for chicken nuggets. There are 46 grams of protein. So now my question is, did she nibble around to eat the breading off first like a psychopath, or did she just dunk and eat? Untoasted is bad vibes. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, being untoasted would just make it more would make it chewier, and I wouldn't like that. Amber apparently likes that chewy texture. More power to her, I guess.
I also got a Diet Coke, but I didn't even eat all of the chicken nuggets. I ate some, and then usually I start getting really sick of them, and the inside of them kind of creeps me out. So I just ate the outside of them, as you can see here. So that is what I just.
Why do you do that? So it looks like she had 10 chicken nuggets. So we're gonna switch that to chicken nuggets, and then just the breading. So I'm not gonna bother trying to calculate that. Why didn't you just get a 10-piece nugget? That's so wasteful. Just get a frickin' 10-piece nugget. I don't understand. I don't understand why she does this. If the inside of the nugget creeps you out, then why order nuggets? You could order, if there's a Popeyes, if you want chicken, the blackened, and if you're trying to watch your calories, the blackened chicken strips from Popeyes have really good macros, and they're lower in calories, and they taste good. Get you a mashed potato and gravy to dip the blackened chicken tenders in, delicious. And like one serving of their mashed potatoes isn't that bad.
Had for my meal. All right, you guys, next meal. So this is something that I've been.
Oh my god, why this is so many. We're just gonna add this into the snacks again. So another we have another sweet pepper.
Enjoying. We have cottage cheese with tapatio.
Oh no, no. You don't need tapatio on the cottage cheese. All right, cottage cheese is a really good source of protein. It looks like about a serving. We're going to go with, she probably didn't get low fat, but we're going to go with the low fat, and we're going to say it's 1 cup. Because again, I can't tell based on this. And then we have some pretzels.
And these are just some cheddar pretzels. They're called cheddar twists. Who knows?
Cheddar twist. Cheddar, not cedar. Cheddar twist. Rolled gold pretzels, cheddar tiny twist. Those are not tiny, but we're gonna say she probably weighed it out, and it's probably one serving, which is going to be 28 ounces. This snack is not literally a binge, you numbnut.
And
I think you need to look up what a binge is.
then we have a good old.
Oh no! Don't dip the pepper and the cottage cheese in the. I know people like to mix shit into their cottage cheese, but oh, Oh. And I know she uses it as a dip. I know cottage cheese can be used for a lot of stuff if you like blend it and things and like mix it into other stuff. But just dipping the pepper in it just feels so wrong to me. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe because I like my cottage cheese pure with just some salt and pepper. It is a trough of cheese and Reese, you're a fucking idiot and you're a troll, and I am no longer going to be entertaining you or speaking to you.
Oh, sweet mini pepper. So earlier I actually didn't film myself eating McDonald's because I was watching the new episode of Yellow Jackets and I was glued to it.
I'm glad that you did not film yourself eating because I don't want to see it.
Actually started eating when my mom called me. You guys need to try this. And with pretzels as well.
I know people like to dip. I know. Who was it? My dietitian, I think, said that she'll mix salsa with cottage cheese and make a dip. I think it was my dietitian. You also misspelled trough, by the way, just so you know.
I don't know how people could exist not liking cottage cheese.
I know, I love
I'm
cottage
having
cheese.
a Gatorade. It's the Glacier Freeze kind. So good. So the last thing I'm having is a Heath bar. If you don't know what a Heath bar is, it's literally just toffee with some chocolate.
Oh, a Heath bar. Okay. Heath bar. A regular Heath bar is 214. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You can't stand cottage cheese, a texture freak. A lot of people don't like the curd type texture of cottage cheese. I get that. I'm weird on some textures too with food. Wasn't that the drink with the mold in it? It was a different Gatorade, I think. I think it's the orange Gatorades that have had mold in them before, but the Glacier Freezes haven't, the blue ones.
So good. One of my favorites. So that's what it looks like. That's the toffee. All right, you guys. I gotta admit, today was kind of a weird day of eating for me, just in my opinion. My brain's over here like, okay, could have done better, could have done worse. It was just kind of a blah day for me. So it is time for food for thought.
But I don't know how many I don't know how many calories she came up with. And I think her first meal, I think I'm way off on the first meal of the day because I couldn't really tell how much steak she had. Um, and I couldn't really tell. I couldn't really tell how much she had of some of those things, but I came up with 1,806 calories is what I came up with, which for Amberlynn isn't horrible, but this is based on completely eyeballing and not really being able to see what she has. So I put in 1 cup of cottage cheese. So the snacks ended up being like almost 960. With the nuggets, I did just a 10 piece. I didn't add in the sweet and sour sauce. Um, I the the first meal was the hardest one for me to gauge, but the first meal wasn't bad. It was vegetables, the corn and the Brussels sprouts, a lean steak, gonna get good protein in that. I just couldn't tell how much she had of each of those in that container. And then I guessed about 1.5 servings of the potatoes. So that wasn't a bad meal at all. It was pretty balanced. Um, the random weird snacks um, were kind of what was throwing me off there. There was a lot in those. She didn't get any French fries. She just had the nuggets and the Diet Coke, and she only ate 10 of the full nuggets. And I didn't bother with the breading from them. So I came out to about 1,800, and I don't know what else she had, but that's just based on what I was able to see, and I couldn't see everything clearly. So, but I would say this day for Amberlynn, I mean, calorie wise, from what I could see, looked really good for her. I think she had a nice balance. Her carbs were quite high. I would have liked to have seen the protein be a little bit. These are my goals, not Amberlynn's, just so you know, of course. 204 carbs is a lot of carbs. Um, that she's not going to burn all of. You do need carbs. Carbs aren't the enemy. You shouldn't cut carbs out completely. But she could have lowered that quite a bit, especially since her lipedema specialist has told her that carbs can exacerbate her lipedema. So if she wanted to try to keep an eye on that to help with the water retention and all that, she could try to lower the carbs, not do keto necessarily, but just try to watch the carb intake a little more, um, just to try to cut that out. Um, if she chose something other than nuggets, she would have been much better off. Such a waste of food. Yeah, I mean, actually, Big Macs and McDonald's have about the same calories as a 10-piece nugget. That you just get more protein with the nuggets. Um, but yeah, she could have got a double cheeseburger instead, instead of the nuggets, and then she would have actually probably finished it. Or she could have got chicken from somewhere else, unless she was just really craving McDonald's nuggets. But if she just wanted chicken of some sort, there are so many other options than McDonald's chicken nuggets. Even if you want nuggets, there's Chick-fil-A, get that Jesus chicken. There's Wendy's and there's Burger King. They all have chicken nuggets. But maybe she just really wanted that McDonald's chicken nugget. Or maybe she just really wanted the McDonald's Diet Coke and threw on the chicken nuggets so it wasn't a $15 Diet Coke. I don't know. It was so wasteful though, but yeah. I mean, the fiber, about 18 grams of fiber, not too horrible. A lot of carbs though. A lot of carbs. Overall, I wouldn't be mad at the day. I just think the nuggets are weird, the way she eats them. And maybe added in some more cottage cheese. She should have just had something. Yeah, I agree, Mars. I think she might have been running low on groceries, considering that she was eating the cottage cheese and the peppers and stuff. Maybe she was running low on groceries. Maybe she needs to go to the grocery store. I don't know. Not an awful day, I don't think, but I would really love to see her get a dietitian. That's what I would love to see. But we have her food for thought. And again, I could be way off on those numbers because, again, I couldn't fully see what she was actually had in some of those servings.
So this is just a time for me to reflect on the day and what I ate. So I'm going to be answering 3 questions. If you had to improve on one thing about today's food intake, what would it be? Probably getting McDonald's. Like, I understand that I'm allowing myself to order delivery to my home 3 times a week. And
you can, but you can also make different choices when it comes to what you're getting for that delivery.
I do normally choose healthier options like sushi.
Well, okay, the sushi would have been healthier. She did get the deep fried sushi, the lightly fried, lightly breaded sushi. But I don't think Amberlynn eats ice shut the front door. I think it hurts her teeth. Sonic's got some damn good cheeseburgers, though, I'll tell you that.
Sushi, Hawaiian food. Since I started this goal, it's not very common for me to order McDonald's, but I was craving a chicken nugget. But then halfway through, they kind of gave me the creeps, and I low-key regretted.
Should have maybe just got a 6-piece. Get a 6-piece nugget, and get a kid's meal. Get a kid's meal with some apple slices. Yeah, Lizzie, instead of takeout, she's clarifying delivery to my home. Yeah, since we'd been asking those questions about, wait a minute, but you're going out to eat with your mom and you're eating out at bingo, she clarified in one of her last videos that she meant for that goal to be when she's at home to only order delivery 3 times. Lizzie, I feel called out. I'm a Sonic girl. Sonic's Ice is damn good. Get a vanilla Dr. Pepper, which I haven't had a vanilla Dr. Pepper in, God, years. But that used to be my jam. A vanilla Dr. Pepper with that ice, so good.
But yeah, if I can improve on that, I would have ordered something else or just cooked dinner at home. Was there a moment today that you were
I think that would have been better. But she's reflecting on it and realizing, okay, for the future, this isn't something that I want to do.
about to fall off track, but you stopped yourself? Absolutely. Multiple moments, actually. Today was just not it for me, but I tried my best and I did a lot better than I normally would have. Do you consider?
I think Amberlynn, so here's here's what I think. Because we know the previous week she had a couple days where she kind of went off the rails, according to her. I think because she was filming, she put in more of an effort to do better because she was filming. On days that she doesn't film what she's eating, she's not doing the What I Ate Today video, I don't think she would have put in as strong of an effort to like order something more or order something different or eat something different, something differently. I think because she was filming, she was able to kind of force herself to not do that, if that makes sense. But if she had not been filming, I think she would have eaten a lot differently.
Today a successful day for you? No one else, just you. Why or why not? There are small victories in today, but then there also are moments where I'm like, not so sure. As long as I continue focusing on that like unhealthy food brain that I have and staying in a calorie deficiency, I think that's what's really important. So I'm gonna say today was 75% successful because I still stayed under my calories like I'm supposed to. It's not like I did anything hectic. I kind of just regret the McDonald's for some weird, strange reason. I think maybe if it was
I think she regretted that because it was a 20 piece and she only ate half of it. I think if she would have maybe gotten a smaller one, she wouldn't have felt so bad about it.
fulfilling to me, then I wouldn't regret it so much because I feel like I just like wasted calories, wasted a takeout. If it would have been more fulfilling and if I would have actually enjoyed it more, then I think I wouldn't be feeling this way so much. I think I'd be like, okay, that's fine. You had some chicken nuggets, now move on. But instead, I think
You know, you should have got chicken nuggets when you were out and about with Mama Lynn, and then it wouldn't have counted towards one of your takeouts for the week. Because food when you're not at home doesn't count.
the universe was like, the chicken nuggets are going to taste gross because you actually don't need them. But it's okay. Not every day can be perfect. And sometimes not even every day can be good. But anyways, that was what I ate today. I hope you guys did enjoy it and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I would prefer you not sit there and film yourself eating while watching television. But we take what we can get, right? All right. What do we have? Don't give her ideas. What ideas did I oh getting the McDonald's when she goes out instead of getting it delivered? Yeah. Lizzie, maybe this will help her make better choices moving forward. You know, it could, Lizzie. She could be like, look, I really wanted those nuggets, but then it wasn't as fulfilling as I thought it would have been. I don't know. Whenever she does her grocery shopping, she's very limiting on her groceries. And I know I've said this before that if she would like kind of plan because she doesn't really meal prep, but if she could like plan ahead a little bit more, and I think that's where she falls into these traps of her meal being cottage cheese with some pretzels and a sweet pepper. I think it's because she doesn't think about what she's going to be eating that week. I mean, she can get stuff that she can freeze or she could get shelf stable canned things. I mean, you can freeze meats, like ground turkey, ground beef, steaks and things. You can freeze them and then be like, "Hey, I think tomorrow I might want to have ground beef or ground turkey or a steak." let me take it out of the fridge and let it thaw, for tomorrow. So I think she really kind of sabotages herself with her grocery shopping and her grocery choices because she doesn't leave herself very many options um, when it comes to her food choices. Frozen vegetables. She could keep a variety of frozen vegetables in the freezer and be like, "Hey, I think I might want to make some stir fry. Let me throw these veggies into a skillet and throw some rice in with it. Throw some of the steak into the air fryer and have a steak and veggie stir fry." Um, so I think she really kind of hamstrings herself just because she doesn't think about what she could possibly want to have during the week. Um, yeah. And I would think for her like takeout meals, she would want to have like things that are a little bit more, hey, I want to have a seafood boil, or I want to have tacos or nachos, or I want to order from this place. I don't know. I don't know what she has there in Oklahoma, but I think she really could do better with like the grocery shopping just to give herself a few more options since she doesn't really meal prep and is kind of flying by the seat of her pants every single day. So I think that would maybe help her a little bit more. So she's not having, like I said, she's not having a meal of cottage cheese and a sweet pepper and a radish. It's it's a little unusual. But hey, if it's tasty, go for it. But yeah, like I said, cottage cheese is a great way to get protein into the diet. So she needs to make her homemade meals more exciting to turn down the food noise from takeout. I agree. Yeah. Cooking at home. Now, for Amberlynn, because I'm thinking about myself and my limited time, but Amberlynn can turn it into content, cooking the meals. She could cook the meals and have it be content. I know we give her crap for her meals sometimes, for her cooking. People do, but um, let's not insult people in the chat. Um, she could make content out of cooking. Um, she could plan a little more what she wants to cook. Um, and I think that would help a lot too. Yeah, not the most thrilling of meals. But she has time to like look up recipes and find ways to make like healthier versions of these things. And instead of doing Uber Eats and like having takeout delivered to her, she could do Instacart and have groceries delivered instead, instead of getting takeout. Um, Mars, I love veggies and I'm vegetarian, but I'm not eating raw vegetables dipped in hot sauce. That would drive me to order out because it sounds bland. Yeah. Um, Planning helps, and then you make something you're excited about. Yeah, you're like, hey, I think I'm gonna make tacos on, this night. We're gonna make a Taco Tuesday at home, and she can make turkey, she can make ground turkey tacos. Shut the front door. I really want Reese's Pieces now. Reese's Pieces are pretty damn tasty. I do love a good Reese's. Season a girl, spice up your life. RuPaul, you have a girl, spice up your life. All around the world, spice up your life. Yeah, I love me some Spice Girls. Spice up your food. Yeah. So I think that's all we have for Amberlynn today. Um, I don't think her what I ate today, I don't think was awful based on what I could see in the bowls and my guessing. I don't think it was too bad. Again, I would have liked to have seen the carbs lowered just based on the medical conditions that she has. Her carbs should be lower. Um, Spice Girls. Yeah, I do love me some Spice Girls. Um, and the protein. The protein's going to help keep her fuller, right? Protein and fiber. So if she ups those, she'll feel uh, fuller for longer. But tomorrow we will watch Therapy Today's videos. But I'm going to go back to work. I need to go to the store. I need to go get some tomatoes and avocados. And I don't know if I want to do that today or tomorrow. But we'll see. Because my tomato went bad. And but yeah. I may just run up to Aldi. It's nearby. And get some tomatoes and avocados. um yeah, I hope you all have an amazing rest of the day. I think tonight, later tonight, might play some Stardew Valley. Tomorrow I have to do house chores, but I might try to play. Oh, I need to stream. We were gonna watch therapy. So, okay, tomorrow we'll watch therapy today. I want to play some video games too. I don't know, but I hope you all have a fabulous day. Thank you for spending a little bit of your Saturday with me. I know it's your free day, and I appreciate you taking time to hang out. And yeah, I just hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or your night if you're Mars. And, take care of yourself. And until next time, be safe and take care.